Somewhere on my screens is a picture of T.J. Meyer, and he was the principal at Milford Public Schools when I first began teaching there 18 years ago as a high school Spanish teacher. He soon became a mentor and a friend. Later on, he would move over to the elementary where he came up with our motto for the school, and it was, everyone has a story, make yours worth telling. I remember thinking, well, what kind of story do I have? And I thought about it. To honor TJ, because we lost him just a few years ago due to a cancerous brain tumor, I've decided to tell you my story tonight. On June 30th, 2018, I turned 50 years old. I thought about it for a while because it was the same age that we lost TJ at. My birthday, June 30th, was also his son's birthday and his late father's. I decided it was time for a complete physical. I'd basically ignored my doctor for about 10 years. And so when I went to the physical, I didn't realize that it would change my whole entire life forever. They found a tumor on my lung, and when they did the biopsy, it came back positive for cancer. Everybody thought it was lung cancer, but the surgeon came out, looked at me kind of in surprise and said, it's neuroendocrine cancer. And I said, neuroendocrine cancer? What in the hell is that? I had never heard of it before. I had no idea. He gave me an explanation that my neuroendocrine cells grew tumors. And he said, but we don't know why, and nobody knows what causes it. So I didn't feel like that explanation was very good. And so I went home. Well, it wasn't. So I went home and I did what you're not supposed to do. I Googled, and I Googled everything about it, and what I found out was that, first off, it's very uncommon. Only about 6,000 women get it a year, compared to 315,000 women who get breast cancer every year in the United States. I also found out, because not a lot of people get it, nobody studies it. And because nobody studies it, and I understand that, but because nobody studies it, there's no set protocol, which means your treatment is left up to your doctor. The first year I stayed in Lincoln and had the most painful surgery I think I've ever had. They removed the bottom half of my lung. Then they gave me 30 chest radiation treatments and put me on chemotherapy. The tumors kept growing and the chemo made me sicker and sicker. I finally decided that I wasn't getting the care I deserved, and I flew to Chicago. When I flew to Chicago, I flew to a place called CTCA. It used to be the Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Well, they've since bought out, but they're still the same place. And when I was there, I found out something about my cancer that kind of bummed me out. They said that my cancer would never go into remission. And I said never, and they said never. But then they told me two things that made me feel better. They said, but we're gonna manage your cancer, and not only that, we're gonna give you your quality of life back. Quality of life, I hadn't even thought about that for months. And it suddenly hit me at that moment. Yes, I wanna be normal again. I wanna go back to my job. The first couple of weeks that I was at the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, they put me on different chemotherapies, and that led to me being in a wheelchair and being on oxygen. Then my doctor, Dr. Pysick, decided that he was gonna put me on a new treatment that hadn't been completely FDA approved yet, but he somehow was able to manage it and put me on this therapy. Everybody thought I was gonna die. He talked to my girls before he put me on the immunotherapy, and he told them that it was his Hail Mary pass. He said if she catches it, she'll improve greatly, but if she drops it, she'll be dead by Christmas. This was October. But it worked, as I said, and it worked amazingly well. Thank you. I surprised everyone. In fact, Dr. Pysick said to me, Mitzi, the way your body responded to that immunotherapy is miraculous. And that made me smile really big because I knew what that meant. It was a miracle, and I've felt blessed ever since. I'm currently using pinpoint brain radiation to kill brain tumors. The immunotherapy killed everything from here down, but it wasn't able to get into my brain because the brain has something called the blood-brain barrier, and it won't allow toxins into your brain. And for some reason, it thinks the immunotherapy is a toxin. So they're still working on it. And you know what? I'm not giving up hope because there are always new things going on with cancer. They have come up with 11 different protocols for breast cancer. And so hopefully they'll come up with a protocol for neuroendocrine cancer. Statistics say that usually only 18% of patients are still alive after 5 years. Well, my 5 years was the end of July. And I feel really confident and really positive because if anybody can save my life, it's Dr. Pysick. He already did it once before. When I was finally able to go back to work, I have to tell you this real quick. I know I'm on time and I'm talking too much. Oh well. But my coworkers, the first day I went in, I flicked on the lights to my room and there was a gift on my desk. And I thought, that's so nice of them. And then the second day I went in and there was a gift on my desk. And then the third day I went in, and the fourth day I went in, and the fifth day I went in, and the sixth day I went in, and the 18th day I went in, and the 20th day I went in, and the 25th day I went in. And for 6 weeks, they gave me a gift every single day. I felt the love, let me tell you, but it gets better. Then they all bought Ohio State shirts, snuck down to the gym, and got a picture taken just for me. I was born and raised in Ohio, so I'm a Buckeye fan. Now let me, thank you, yeah. But so when you take Husker fans and you put them in Buckeye gear, that's love. That's true love. They definitely gave me support and they taught me grace. My father always taught me that life will always give you good and bad, and that you have to learn how to handle both. You never give up, let other people help you when they can, and keep moving. Never think about when you're going to die, but always think about how you're living. Remember, everybody has a story. Make yours worth telling. I hope mine was worth hearing tonight. Thank you.